Hi there, my name's Dave and it's time to taste some Beaujolais. We're going to be trying a 2020 Chateau de Péril from Brewery, which is one of the crus of Beaujolais. Now, Beaujolais is south of Burgundy and north of Lyon. And in fact, at one time, it was considered part of Burgundy, but that all changed, as you'll soon find out. Beaujolais was first cultivated by the Romans, of course, like many different wine areas. Then the Benedictine monks in the 7th century. And then in the 10th century, it got the name Beaujolais from the village of Beaujolais. And then we go all the way up to the 1990s, which was a super popular time for a wine called Beaujolais Nouveau. And we'll talk a little about that in a bit. But the region then developed a negative reputation for simple, easy drinking wine, but not wine with a lot of structure or a lot of depth to it, even though there were wineries that were making good wine there. Well, since that time, there's been a lot more recognition of the good wines or the excellent quality wines that Beaujolais can produce, as well as Beaujolais Nouveau. The nice thing too is because the area has been a little underrated for a number of years, is that the wines are actually reasonably priced. This wine that we're going to be trying today, a Chateau Péril, is actually on sale right now at the BC Liquor Store for $22 and is regularly $24. The soil in the Beaujolais region is mostly granite and schist in the north. Schist is decomposed rocks, and clay-based soils in the south. All the red is Gamay Noir. It is a stronger tasting, fruitier, and easier to grow grape than Pinot Noir, which is just north in Burgundy. In fact, Gamay Noir used to be grown all over the Burgundy area as well, but it was outlawed by the Dukes of Burgundy, Philippe the Bold and Philippe the Good, because the plant was not as elegant as Pinot Noir, according to the Duke. And the Dukes wanted to maintain the reputation for their wine, so they only allowed Pinot Noir in the Burgundy region. That forced the Gamay Noir growers or Gamay Noir lovers to go down south into the Beaujolais area, where the Gamay Noir grape grows really well. Now, the cru vineyards are all on the northern side of Beaujolais, and this is a cru wine because it has the name of the village Brewery right on it, and it's all by itself, so that is a cru wine. But what are the other levels of wine? Well, there's the Beaujolais AOC, which is the most wine is Beaujolais AOC, and it's grown on flatter land and richer soil. And the wines are fruity and grapey and even a little bit like banana or bubblegum. And that's because of carbonic maceration. So what's carbonic maceration? The grapes are harvested, whole clusters are placed in a tank, and then the pressure of the fruit crushes the grapes near the bottom of the vat, pressing out their juice. Well, the juice comes in contact with the yeast that's naturally on the skins of the grapes, and the juice starts to ferment, creating carbon dioxide. Still with me? The carbon dioxide forces oxygen out of the tank. Because of the lack of oxygen, it causes fermentation not only in the juice, but also inside the grapes. And it makes them blow up. After around 48 days, the juice is racked off, and the remaining juice is pressed from the skins, and then the two is blended together. And then from there on, the juice will finish fermentation and can be completed as a regular wine. But that's what carbonic maceration is. The Beaujolais Village AOC is a step above the regular Beaujolais AOC, and it is grown in hillier regions than the Beaujolais AOC, with rockier and thinner soils. There are 30 village names that sometimes appear on a Beaujolais Village AOC, although usually it just says Beaujolais Village. But if it says the Beaujolais and then a hyphen and then the name of the village, then you know it's a Beaujolais Village. but mostly they just stick with Beaujolais Village because people recognize that. Anyways, the wines made there are deeper and darker and a little more minerally than the Beaujolais AOC. Finally, there's a Beaujolais Cru, which is what this wine is. And the Cru is in the northern part of Beaujolais, and the wines are more complex and suitable for aging. Now, just to spin back, we did talk about Beaujolais Nouveau, and that's part of the Beaujolais AOC. And it can only be made in Beaujolais and Beaujolais Village, but not in the Crus. The wine is fermented and bottled quickly, and it tastes a lot like banana and bubble gum. Maybe banana bubble gum. Maybe Hubba Bubba banana bubble gum. Anyways, it's fun. It's a fun wine, but not to everyone's taste. The 10 crus that are in the Cru area are the best areas of Beaujolais. The crus are Saint-Amour, Juliana, Chenin, Moulin-Avon, Fleury, Chiroble, Morgon, Renier, Côte de Bruy, and Bruy. So this wine is a Bruy wine. The Cru is named after Brulius, who was a famous Roman lieutenant. Maybe he liked wine. It is the most southern Cru, and it is the largest one, and it's also the best-selling Cru. Bruy wines, with their extreme red color, often offer a complex palate. Aromas of red fruits like fresh plums, combined with floral, peppery, and mineral notes. So they say the palate is vibrant and structured because the blue stones and sunshine give the wines a powerful mineral and spicy character. But this particular wine, a 2020 Chateau de Beaujolais, only $22 on sale right now. The vineyards of the Beaujolais region are very hilly, and on one side of this area are the foothills of France's massive central mountain range. And the vines of this particular area overlook the Saône River's floodplain between Marsan and Lyon. Chateau de Pierret is nestled at the foot of Mont Bruy. There are 106 hectares of vines planted in shallow, well-grained pink granitic, granite, schist, and silica soil, which contain deposits of blue porphyry from the volcanic eruptions of Mount Bruy that date back millions of years. So the vines here, 42% of them are over 40 years old. And they're very aware of ecological practices when growing these grapes. So they limit the use of chemicals in the vineyards. It's not completely organic, but it's limited use of chemicals. They try to reestablish the vine's physiological balance, and they also try to protect the environment when they are growing their grapes for these wines. So this wine does not go through carbonic maceration. The grapes are destemmed, then fermented in vats, concrete vats, for 12 to 18 days for this particular vintage. And then it is aged in oak barrels. This wine was bottled in March 2021 and is good to age from 4 to 8 years. Yeah. And the last thing they said on their website is the alcoholic fermentations were slow and laborious. But what a vintage! So I'm excited to try this 2020 Chateau de Pierret Bruy Gamay Noir from Beaujolais. Appearance, clear, almost deep purple. I was sort of like ruby bordering on purple. Okay, and the nose, medium intensity, clean. I thought it smelled, initially, I said it smelled kind of youthful. And the smell of this, the nose this changed as it opened up. So first I got some of that flowery smell. I got sort of violets. I got some red fruit like strawberry, raspberry, and plum. I did get a bit of a grapey smell. But then as it opened up, it got more into that black pepper, spicy sort of smell. And after a while, I was like, I could just smell black pepper so strongly in it, like very spicy. A little bit of toast, a little bit of smoke. And I don't know if this is, that's not on the W set, but I said pencil shavings. Maybe that's flint, because I smelled a bit of pencil shavings in it. But interesting. I mean, it's only one grape, right? So it's not going to have the huge range of aromas that the last couple have had. I was not disappointed with when I tasted this one. I really liked it. I said dry. I said medium plus acidity and medium minus tannins. I didn't feel there were that many tannins there at all. It got the burn, so I got high alcohol, and it's actually 14.5%, so that's high. I said medium body, definitely medium, maybe medium plus, like you said. It was had more body than I thought it was going to have. Medium plus intensity and a medium plus finish. So my first taste, it's funny you said you first tasted maybe it was bubblegum. My first taste was grape. Like I tasted the grape sort of taste. But as that receded, I got raspberry and plum, pepper, smoke. Again, that spiciness. I also got some sort of mineralness. I think I said pencil shavings for the nose, and I thought more like wet stones for the palate. And then there's also even a little bit of an herbaceousness, maybe green pepper. Maybe that's the earthiness that you were tasting, because I did taste a bit of an earthiness as well. So I thought it was pretty complex wine. So, I ticked all my boxes. So it was balanced, yeah. Length, I thought length was nice. Good intensity, and it was complex wine. Especially when you look at how food friendly it is, because it really went well with my cheddar cheese and crackers. And the price is really good price. I rated it as very good. I thought this is a really nice wine, and a bit of an unusual one because people don't drink a lot of Gamay Noir, I don't think. And this is a great one to drink. Stay away from the Beaujolais Nouveau, because Beaujolais Nouveau, it can set you back $21, $22 as well, and it's like shit. It's like garbage compared to this, right? It's not nearly as good. If you are looking into booking a wine tour of the Okanagan next year, and you are interested in a customizable, flexible, and completely private wine tour in the comfort of your own vehicle, please check out the link below in the comments.